This week I posted a little bit about soft answers and wrath. I'd like to speak on my own personal experience. I was about 14 or 7 or 13, and my homeroom teacher asked me to take a note to Mrs. P. We'll say Mrs. P for anonymity's sake. So I didn't actually know Mrs. P. I don't think I'd ever even seen Mrs. P. Not to my knowledge. So she directs me to her classroom, and the door is slightly ajar. Now, Mrs. P has her hand holding the bridge of her nose and her head down. So I rap on the door ever so softly, and she looks up and says, "Now, what do you want?" Well, in that moment, my mind goes into 1,000 places, but I realize I just got there. She doesn't know me. I don't know her. I haven't done anything wrong. This has to be about her. And for whatever reason, in this first instance in my life, I said, "Is everything okay?" Her whole demeanor shifted. She said, "You can tell something's wrong? Come in, baby." She put her hand on my shoulder and said, "What can I do for you?" "I'm sorry." And I thought, well, first you could take your hand off my shoulder. But I didn't say that. I handed her the note. I said, "This is from my teacher." And she wrote a note back, apologized again, and sent me on my way. Now, that interaction with the Mrs. Peacock, it really served a purpose. It taught me in that moment that there are other things going on with people that we just don't know. And sometimes we need to approach a situation and a person with grace, even if they don't reciprocate or they don't initiate that type of response. I just want to remind everyone that yes, a soft answer can turn away wrath. And even if it takes a few tries, you have to stay in your calm and peace and help to bring them to that